Welcome back to Starting Point, everyone. Tonight, Mitt Romney will give the biggest speech of his political career, one he has been waiting for years. He will accept his party's nomination for the presidency of the United States. Then he'll try to convince voters to choose him in November. Last night, it was his running mate's opportunity, Congressman Paul Ryan. He gave a rousing speech, really, and it got better as it went along. It ended with a standing ovation there. Some people were saying, though, that it wasn't even the best speech of the night, that Condoleezza Rice stole the show. I want to bring in right now our friends here at Starting Point, Will Cain, a CNN contributor, a columnist for theblaze.com. Also, Roland Martin, a CNN contributor and host of Washington Watch with Roland Martin. One of the things we've been talking about all morning, and a lot of people are talking about in the political world today, is some factually challenged statements that Paul Ryan may have made in his speech.
How much time we got?
One of them was, he said President Obama went to a GM plant in Janesville, Wisconsin, where Paul Ryan's from, and essentially said that this plant can stay open. Paul Ryan said the president was involved, or implied the president was involved with shutting it down. There's some controversy there. Will Cain, tell me why it's not wrong.
Well, yeah, that word, or this word lie, has been forwarded several times this morning, John. You used the term factually challenged, but it wasn't factually inaccurate what Paul Ryan said. He said that President Obama showed up at that plant and said, I believe if the government is here to help you, this plant will be here for the next 100 years. That happened. He didn't say President Obama shut down that plant. And what it was an indictment on a deeper level, which is a debate that I would love to have, we all should have, is should the government be there to support industries when they fail? Should it pick winners and losers? And can it succeed when it does? Because this is an example where it did not work.
Two words, imply and infer. Infer means that I heard something and I'm inferring what you said. No, he implied it. And so Will can dance around it. No, you are dancing. I'm not going to call somebody a lie. I'm not going to say, well, because, right, he was on the edge of truth. And so he clearly implied it, and he wanted to leave the impression with the public that it was President Obama who was a part of shutting this plant down when he wasn't even in office. Now, I don't understand why it's not hard to be clear, to have some level of clarity.
Is it possible you're both right here? Is it possible that what he said was true, but...
It's called dancing on the edge of truth. And so you don't want to...
You're the one dealing with implications.
No.
You're not dealing with the actual statement that was said.
Will, he was very clear in what he was trying to imply. And that is, he was trying to link the plant closing with President Obama. You know it, and I know it.
You know, there was this implication game also with the Bowles-Simpson Commission. I just talked to Eric Fernster, McKee Romney advisor. Paul Ryan criticized President Obama for not acting on Bowles-Simpson when Paul Ryan voted against it.
Yeah, but I would say that you have to look at this in two ways. First of all, they had different roles. President Obama is the one that impaneled that Blue Ribbon Commission.
And it was
Paul Ryan sat on it. Paul Ryan sat on it. That doesn't mean he can't condemn President Obama or criticize him for voting against or not supporting the exact panel that he put together. That's one criticism. Second, Paul Ryan, yes, did vote against Bowles-Simpson, but then what did he do afterwards? He came out with his own plan to reduce the debt and deficit.
That was once a guy who ran for president who once said, I voted for it, I later voted against it. Republicans blasted him. He was Senator John Kerry. And so, look, you clearly sat on it, and also keep in mind, many Republicans called for that type of commission before, ran from it after it was already put in place. Democrats and Republicans said, oh, great ideas, but we really don't want to implement what they're talking about.
I think, sadly, we have to end this without any resolution, gentlemen, but I'm sure we'll take it up again soon.
Really?
Yeah, just more Will Cain dancing on the edge of truth.
Live at the CNN Grill, no resolution.